Good evening, Malaysia, and welcome back to the Rise Talk Show. 1 week ago, he was a key figure in Parti Bangsa Malaysia. Today, after an open, close-off war with his own party president, he has officially joined BERSAMA. In a political climate where voters are exhausted by party hopping and shifting loyalties, everyone's asking the same question. What really happened behind closed doors at Parti Bangsa Malaysia? And is actually BERSAMA a fresher alternative? Or is there anything else that we didn't know? Joining me today is the man in the headlines himself, both locally and internationally, Kebir Singh.
Hi, thank you very much for having me over here.
Hi brother, how are you? How's things?
I'm good.
Okay, so you have been at the forefront of all this news going on right now. How's things going?
Things are good. So yeah, tell me about it. With all the chaos that is going on for the past 3-4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. So actually, we decided to last on Sunday.
Okay.
Where eventually there was a launching for a party, BERSAMA.
Mm-hmm.
So my my secretary eventually attended the event, so I couldn't go because
You didn't go for the event?
No, I didn't go for the event because I actually had a program, so I can't go. So we went there.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually hinted because he says there's a Hala Tuju.
Yeah.
So Hala Tuju. So he went there, and the moment that when this thing was launched, the BERSAMA and all that, and then after that, we kind of like got very excited on it. So we were like very excited with what Rafizi at least talked about the party and the Hala Tuju with that thing and all that. So initially, the thing is that we plan to, on after the next very day, after the thing. So we have planned we have discussed and says that okay, what we are going to do next, since this thing is already been launched and all that. So it looks like it actually fits with our thing that we want to do. So I say okay, then let's move on and let's resign from this party. Yeah.
That was a very quick decision. Was it really made the day after, or was this already preempted and pre-planned before?
Actually, to be very honest on this is something that we not planned for some time and we want to move. So we with all the things that is going on with our party, and things are not moving on the side. And then we were actually looking for a ship to jump.
Okay.
And then finally when this thing came up, so we actually see that okay, this is fine, this is good, this is what we are looking for. And I think this is a new platform that we actually want, and is actually aligning to what we are looking towards, to that direction. I say okay, fine. And then finally we were very firm on it, and then we actually moved towards BERSAMA.
Okay, but why make it such a big hoo-ha about the entire thing? I mean, many people have left.
All right. Okay. So the thing is that's what everybody is telling, big hoo-ha and all that. You see, if you can see the letter that Krishna actually wrote, we never actually, even myself also, when we wrote, we never say that anything bad and all that. So we just say that thank you very much for being in the party. We being in the party, and then we left in a very peaceful way.
Okay.
I know there are questions coming like, why you all left with big hoo-ha and all that. So that is not true. We left in a very quiet way. So if you don't believe, you can go to our Facebook and you can go through the letter that we actually put and the statement that we actually put.
Okay.
So the moment is that when the thing is that the statement that actually came from the party president himself, that say we did a mistake and all that. So we go back and forth with all that thing. So yeah, so that's how the noise actually came. So we have actually finally decided to it's okay, it's fine. So now things are let it be as it way. And now we are looking forward to focus more on being in BERSAMA, and see what we can actually work with this party, and we can serve for the nation. That's what we are looking forward now. So yeah, so we are done with that. So yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. My question to you, I'm still not done with this yet.
Okay.
How come? Because I've seen your podcast before.
Yeah.
Just a couple of months back, you said
Yes.
everything is fine. Parti Bangsa Malaysia is the party to go in, and you're supportive of your party president. And just months later, just when Rafizi launched his party, you all put a quick resignation. It sounds like you have an agenda. Do you?
No, I don't have an agenda. You see, when I was speaking on the podcast, I'm the Ketua Penerangan for Parti Bangsa Malaysia Negeri Selangor. So my job is to talk about the policies that we have on our party. So as what I say, what was the policy was in the party was, we are a multiracial party. That's why the name Bangsa Malaysia came from, and also we are a democratic party. So of course, there were a lot of flaws actually took place into that, and then of course we cannot expose the dirty laundry. But then I did my very best on representing on the stand that the party have, and to implement that what I have been doing. But then when there are certain people don't really follow to that kind of things that you actually have into your constitution, so it will never be stable. So you have a very shaky ground on it. So that's why we have actually decided to find a new ship to go. And when the moment we saw BERSAMA, and the thing that we saw when Rafizi gave the speech and Ning Naksmi gave the speech, and we were like really convinced, and that's it, that is that, and we were so excited to go for it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back to the speech in a bit, but I just want to ask you.
Okay.
You were in a very small minority party, right?
Yeah.
And then now you're joining what can be considered is also a startup minority party.
Correct.
I understand you want to go into a multiracial party because that's what is the same between both these parties.
Yeah.
But how come we now choose the more established ones?
Okay.
We have parties like DAP, we have parties like Guardian, we have parties like Muda even, or PKR. You could have joined those parties.
You see, the problem with this kind of parties, right? You see, what is my my stance? I prefer to be in a multiracial party. Because for me, right, like what I say in the podcast,
these parties are all multiracial, isn't it? PKR, DAP, all those things.
That's what they claim, and see where is it today.
It is that, isn't it?
That's what they claim. That's what
you
they
don't
say.
think so?
No.
Okay, what is your stand on this?
Okay, like for me, I say when it comes to I would say like what example, like you have MIC, MCA, and UMNO.
MIC is a race-based party.
Yeah, they're race-based party, but the thing is that I think the example like DAP, I think for sure it's a race-based party now. You have the majority of that.
The party chairman is Kebir Singh Dio.
Yeah, but then the thing is that
orang awak juga.
Oh, ya ke?
Kebir Singh. So bukan
yeah, I mean,
he is not Chinese.
I mean, yeah, I do understand that, but that is what everybody will claim.
Okay.
Everybody will claim, yeah, we are multiracial party. We will work to unite the Malaysians together. We want to do this and do that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Seriously. Okay. DAP is a multiracial party. Come on, man. Cardinal says the same thing also. But you see, what is it today now?
Okay.
They fail to help certain group and ethnic people.
Okay.
Especially like the minorities. They fail to.
Which one? Which minorities did Guardian didn't help?
I think you should know about it.
You name them. It's okay. Indians, Chinese.
I would say especially maybe the orang asli. I will say also.
Okay.
Because if you see one of my statement, I actually talk about the what you call it, the demolition of the Jakun community that is actually happened in Pahang.
Yeah.
So those kind of things tend to happen, but this news particularly got picked up. So you guys are claiming to take care of the minorities and you don't do that.
Okay.
Of course, and also I will say that's the issue here.
Okay. So you're saying PKR no, but they are established parties, isn't it? I mean, with established parties comes perks. You get access to government. Now, here is a party that has been dormant for about 8-9 years, based in Penang.
Yes.
Right? And today, just because Rafizi is there, everybody is jumping into the ship.
Okay, all right. The thing is that, you say a party has been dormant for 8 years and 9 years, and then Rafizi. You see, in Malaysia, the sad truth is it's not easy to open a party. Okay, we have too many parties, a lot of parties, and ROS is like getting into it, like, okay, guys, there's too many parties up here, and we have to be very serious on it. There are many parties today are still struggling for their approval, especially like Urime. They have actually, fighting with the court to get their ROS approved and all that, But the thing is that, in terms of parties, of course, Indian parties, there are too many parties. There are a lot of parties over there. So the thing is that what Rafizi did was a very smart move. Actually, he actually took an existing party that has been there. I mean, they have actually stand for an election once.
Okay.
And that's what I've seen the old photos, when the name came up, so old photos was surfacing.
Yeah.
So Rafizi did a very smart move by taking an existing party so that, to have a platform to run.
Okay.
This thing, you see, for Rafizi to to go and get to register a new party and to get it done and all that, with the other existing party are struggling and fighting that to get their one registered as well. So I think he did a very smart move.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm trying to understand now, what was the reason for your jump? Was it because of Rafizi? Was it because of the ideals that he promised in his speech on the particular day, or was it something else?
So basically, why we make that jump? Again, you came back to me with that question. Of course, we need a new ship to jump.
Okay.
And of course, what they have actually, came up with a manifesto and all that. So yeah, we do kind of like, really love to be part of that. And I would say, yeah, Rafizi also can be one part of it. Because for me, I feel like whatever he's saying and whatever he's doing, you have to remember Rafizi is one of the person, goes way back together with Anwar, that really they fought the Reformasi thing. And the Reformasi don't really take place what is going on at the moment, so he have decided to come out and actually comes with a BERSAMA. So I feel like Rafizi is being very, very honest on his Reformasi ideology, and he's really going all out of that. So I think we should give him a chance.
Okay.
We should give him a chance. And I personally have actually met Rafizi, and you can see the photo on social media. I don't want to hide anything, you see. So we have actually I went and talked to him, and then we were very happy that he actually acknowledged us, and then we actually took a photo, and then I told you, YB, don't worry. No matter what, we always will be in your back. We will always support you. So yeah, that's the thing.
All right, you say Anwar was a failure because he didn't perform what he promised in his Reformasi era. Am I right? But everybody knows the architect behind the entire Reformasi was always Rafizi from the very start. If today Anwar was not able to fulfill his Reformasi era promises, Rafizi is also part of that problem, right? Why Rafizi then?
You see,
either Rafizi is also the failure.
You see, when you come in a certain, when you are in a party, you have all your Reformasi ideas. And you see, like myself also, I have my ideas, when back in PBM. But the problem is that, there are certain things that you can implement, and there are certain things you can't implement. It's not, you don't agree with certain policies when it comes to the party. So I feel that Rafizi was being held back to implement these certain things. Because as what I see, ideas from Rafizi is fantastic. You see, especially he was talking on the issue of how to increase the salary of people. Because to be very honest, the basic salary that we are getting now, with the cost of living that we are having now, especially with the increment of the petrol price and the diesel price and all that, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
All right.
Today, everything is expensive.
All right.
You go to Speedmart.
All right.
You take $50, what do you get? So you tell me with 1,700, what are you going to do? Nothing. But Rafizi came out with this idea that, he will go and, talk to this company and, to have this thing, the COLA, cost of living allowances, to actually, cater to the allowances based on the cost of living that is applicable over there. And, in terms of giving a rebate to the company in a way, maybe to, a rebate of income tax or something like that. This is what I actually saw when he was actually telling in one of the, one of the drama.
Okay.
So that time he was standing for the last election.
Okay.
So he has a lot of good ideas, but I feel that he was not given a proper chance for him to implement all these kind of things. So you see, like today, why when he's in BERSAMA and when he talks all about this, you see, okay, forget about me. You know, today, I've actually introduced this to a very young girl. She's about 22 years old. And I asked her like, hey, have you heard about BERSAMA? And, oh yeah, yes. It's the Rafizi new party, right? Yeah. Nick Nazmi is the former minister and all that. Yeah, I actually listened to it and all that. You got no political experience. And I was like, you want to join? Yeah, I want to join. Well, how to fill the form? Send me the link. I was like, okay. And if you can see the data in the poster that is released, 42% of the people who join BERSAMA are people without political experience or background.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And also, and you must remember that not only members from Parti Bangsa Malaysia and not only members from Keadilan left to join BERSAMA, but there are parties from members from Pejuang. Okay. They are even from Muda, DAP, name it, everything is there. The data is there.
Okay.
So,
but here's the thing. What, 20,000 members?
I mean, in 1 week time, 20,000 members is amazing thing.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. But I just want to ask you. You talk about the what is this policies that you heard from Rafizi.
Yes.
And you found it very inspirational.
Yes.
Very amazing for the country.
Yeah.
That's fine. But why couldn't Rafizi do those policies when he was the minister? He was the economy minister.
Yeah.
That's a senior position in the country. Similarly, Nick Nazmi was also a minister. Two of these guys were ministers and they were not able to complete those ideals. Do you think we need to wait another 10 more years, give these guys, spend our resources, our time and energy to put them to become prime ministers, and then only we can claim, maybe we can see it? How come you're not asking, why when you are a minister, you didn't do this?
I mean, of course, go back to it, of course, there was no opportunity given to these people to implement their ideas.
They are ministers, brother.
Yeah, but you can be anyone in the ministry, or you can even hold a position in a party and all that. It's up to the leader.
Okay.
Or up to the person to actually, to give you a decision.
So you're saying Anwar blocked Rafizi and Nick Nazmi?
I will not answer on that thing, but possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are guessing that the reason why they are not able to do it is just because they might having blockades in one form or another.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
okay.
It happens. Yeah. So I don't think so. This is something very new.
All right.
Okay, I think this has been happening in our country for the past 50 to 60 years.
All right.
Okay, there are a lot of good leaders has been shut out because of the leader is on top there is controlling everything. Okay, not only that, there are a lot of good opportunities were supposed to come to Malaysia, and a lot of it went off because of a decision of certain people. It's you can't do this, you can't do this.
Okay.
And I think of course I will give certain good credit which when the change of government took place, especially in the 2018 election. 2018 election. Of course, freedom of speech is there compared to what is before. So imagine whatever we are talking now here today, I think we might get thrown into ISA. I mean, you have to agree to it, correct or not? I mean, today we have this freedom of speech. I have to thanks to Anwar on that as well to actually bring these certain things. But yeah, but I think come back to Rafizi, Parti BERSAMA. I mean, he has a very good ideas, and I think that is very suitable and very relevant for today's generation. But you see, end of the day, also for me, I am being very straight. I mean, of course, I support him, but when he do something that is not aligning to what he is, of course, I will voice out on that thing. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I'm being fair. Okay. I mean, it's not I'm being biased.
Are you sure, Kebir? You sound just like some adoring fan who don't care about whether Rafizi stand for his principles or not.
I mean, come on, man.
Okay, I'll push you back on this.
Yeah.
You are from Kajang.
Yeah.
Do you still remember Langkah Kajang? When Wan Aziza came in and Tan Sri Kale was still removed, who was the person behind the entire architect of that fall? It was Rafizi Rafizi was the person behind it. That same Rafizi is the one that you're currently adoring right now and saying that he's principal. I call you on that. I think that's not fair.
Back then, yeah. I mean, back then, you know, it was very different. You know, I mean, not only him. Everybody does that, but today is very matured,
Okay.
and I see the maturity of him. But for me, I feel Rafizi when I actually see the speech that he gives, when I actually see him, when I see him in the eyes, when I actually met him, when I see him in the eyes. He really, I mean, this time he's really very honest to bring a change.
Okay.
Okay. For me, I think I feel the energy and the momentum of it. You know, when somebody really genuinely wants to do a change. And yeah, of course, some people will not agree and they say, like, you know, with all this kind of things, yeah, kajang, langkah kajang, and you know, with the current issue that you're having with MACC, with all this thing and all that. But I mean, for me, end of the day, I feel like, you know, he's very genuinely, he wants to really bring the real reformation, or you call it reformasi, to this country. And I feel we really need to give him a chance. I really need to give him a chance. But, you know, for me, I feel maybe the next upcoming election, we might not say, you know, I feel he might have a chance to even to become a prime minister.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds really in the clouds for me.
Okay, yeah, man, come on, man.
This guy,
come on, man.
This guy just took over a party.
During 1998.
Okay.
Okay, I can be like, what? I was standard 4.
Alright.
Okay, but I know what was going on. You know, everybody was like telling Anwar, he in the clouds lah. Dream on, he's going to be the prime minister lah. You see, he's already behind bars, and then that's it and all that. But today, after how many years he became a prime minister, correct or not? Everybody gave him a chance, right?
Okay.
I mean, so yeah.
Alright, very fair.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's the thing. I remember reading about the reason why you left PBM in the news. Alright, you said there was there's a problem because it is always centralizing on the party president. Alright, now you have joined a party that is currently made of 2 individuals only, which was Nick Nazmi and also Rafizi Ramli.
Okay.
Alright, so the shadows of these 2 people is the one that everybody is getting. The light of these 2 people is what attracting everybody to come. Now, do you really believe your voice will matter there, or again the same thing going to happen?
I mean, of course, end of the day, you know, I mean, of course, at the moment, they are the 2 people who actually founded the party.
Okay.
I mean, yes, they founded BERSAMA, and of course, there will be a lot of good leaders will be coming in. But for me, when it comes to this, right, you see, talking about leadership, personality, and all that. But have you actually read about the statement that they do on how they eventually going to run the party? With a very wonderful system that is no, like, you know, you have this particular ketua or something like that you have to report to and all that.
No.
So if you can see, right, they will actually have an app called Kancil.
Okay.
So that's what I've read, and where they will actually you can actually put yourself to be nominated as a candidate. So they will have like certain interview processes. You have to update your resume. You have to have certain interview processes. And then after that, you know, so they will actually monitor you on the groundwork that you do. And also, they will do a check on you that, you know, do you have any criminal records, or, you know, do you actually swindle some funds or something like that. So from there, they will eventually shortlist you, and then you will be chosen as a candidate. Okay. So for me, I feel this is something that people really look into, as myself also. Because you see, even though in the past, I can hold position and all that, but you see, end of the day, I'm a grassroots person. So I go down to the ground, I help people. You know, there's a lot of things I've done. Okay, I don't really share most of this in my social media. You know, even when I was working time, I do this kind of things to give advice, and sometimes I do help them to, you know, settle certain issues with certain job problem and all that. And I will be like liaising with them to the labor court, you know, what to do, how to do, and all these kind of things. So I feel like, you know, this is, you know, is fair. This is fair because I think is like the system that has been there. So Rafizi and Nick Nazmi and Parti BERSAMA wants to really find a leader who is really credible on doing groundwork.
Okay.
Yeah.
But isn't that what Larry said? You guys simply jump because of you wanting posts and positions. Sounds exactly
Okay,
that.
if I want post and position, I should have left the party 2023, man.
You mean the old party?
Yeah, the whole party.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have left long time ago.
Okay.
We came to the party because we want to work. We want to do social. We want to do service for the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we never come there for thinking, okay, I want to have this position and that position. That is all not in our mind.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. So, but the thing is that, saying that we left because we didn't get a position, or that is something, I will not agree on.
Okay.
On that kind of things. For me, it's like, important thing being in politics, you have to serve people.
Okay.
Okay, do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I believe that, you need to go down to the ground. You need to go down to the ground, try to solve grassroots issues, grassroots stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So that kind of things. Position and something and all that, it will come in a very rewarding way later. But don't expect those kind of things. For me, I don't expect that. Never get. Lah.
So now you're going to BERSAMA, right?
I'm going there as a normal member.
You are not asking for positions or
No,
whatnot. You're not
I'm not
expecting
gonna
that.
ask. You see, I'm telling this to you all, whoever's watching this podcast right now. I never asked position. I've never asked. Okay, there are rumors came that I've been asking position. Even there was, when I was doing Kadilan time, stories went around and says that, I wanted position, which is not true. Until today, you can ask anybody, I've never asked position.
Okay.
For me is that I come there, I do my work, given, yes, that's an honor. Of course, having a position is not something easy. You have more responsibilities. You have to take on that, utilize it, and do your work properly. So that's for me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So where do you think BERSAMA will stand in the grand coalition of things? Of course, we have the three major coalitions right now. We have Pakatan Harapan.
Yes.
We have Barisan Nasional. Then we have Perikatan Nasional.
Yes.
Where is BERSAMA in this?
Third force.
So
Yes.
are you guys not looking to align to any of this? You think will there be an alignment of some sort?
So at the moment, for me, I'm not really sure on that.
Okay, but
so
what we heard is BERSAMA says they are not gonna align.
Yeah.
And that is strictly so.
Yeah.
But what if they do?
Like end of the day, if let's say it happens that time, of course,
You'll be disappointed.
Everybody will tell, okay, we will not align, we will be on our solo ground and all those kind of things. But after the election, of course, when it comes to wants to form government and all that, you need to have certain alignments.
Okay.
Or certain way to do, unless or your party is very powerful. Something like a TVK in India, like our Talapati Vijay.
Okay.
He swiped most of the seat.
Yeah.
That's a different story lah. But then it depends on situation also.
Okay.
So, but at the moment, I can't say anything at this thing now because I'm just a normal member.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But how confident are you that Rafizi can be Talapati Rafizi? Possible?
Can happen because if this thing, hey, come on, man. Vijay. He is new in politics. Okay, TVK is a very new party in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
You have the, what do you call that, the DMK and the other party, they have been ruling there for 50-60 years.
Okay.
And he came in, and the moment that he formed this party and he was doing campaigning back to back non-stop, and he actually asked the citizen of Tamil Nadu to give him a chance. He won, and he went to the parliament. First thing he did, good things.
Okay.
Closed all the liquor shop which is near to the school and temple. See, he's doing something really good.
Okay.
He's doing good. So yeah, I really like, why not Rafizi?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I can see that you are very, very mesmerized with what happened in India.
Okay, I'm not mesmerized. Okay, you see, like
and you think the same thing can happen with Rafizi
no,
here?
For me, I'm not mesmerized Vijay as being. Of course, he's a cinema artist and all that. You see, of course, I do watch Vijay movies when I do grow up, but I really I'm not a fan of Tamil movies and all that. But today he's standing there as Chief Minister of India. He has the respect for me, because I feel that he really see that Tamil Nadu actually need a lot of change, and But end of the day, people give him a chance.
Okay,
you
so
know?
do you see the similarity of what happened in India
Yeah.
to something that can happen here in Malaysia with BERSAMA and Rafizi?
Yeah, can.
Oh,
Can.
okay.
I think can.
Wow.
Why not give him a chance? Give him a chance. Everybody was given a chance.
Okay.
Anwar was given a chance.
All right.
Everybody was given a chance.
Why not the opposition? We have parties made of multiple parties in coalition, right? There's Muda, there's what do you call Bersatu and PAS. Don't you
I mean,
think? Or on the other side, there's Barisan Nasional as well.
Everybody is given a chance.
Okay.
Everybody is given a chance. I mean, every party was given a chance, and yeah, some parties are today's opposition. They used to be in government, but state-wise, yeah, there are some parties still governing the state. Especially you see Kelantan and Terengganu, they are ruled by PAS. So far, the people over there are very happy with it, and they don't seem to find any problem. So demographically, PAS is like, it's a suitable party over there.
Okay.
Maybe it's not suitable for certain places.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
Now, Rafizi is just made of, for now, a two-man army.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, since there's no official top structures just yet, can a two-man army take over Malaysia and do things? Do they have enough experience to do it? Do they have enough credibility to do it? Do they even have that kind of resources to really bring it all the way there?
Okay, the same thing I'll ask you back now. Does Talapati Vijay has an experience? No.
Okay.
But today he's the Chief Minister of India, right?
Yeah, but he put in effort for about 10 years.
I mean, he put in effort for 10 years, then Rafizi, what? Rafizi was there from day one when reformasi took place.
Okay.
So,
you're saying that he is credible?
Of course he's credible.
He has all the credentials?
Yes.
And he can do it?
He can do it.
Alright.
If Talapati Vijay can do it, why not Rafizi?
What is your expectations for BERSAMA?
Okay, my expectation for BERSAMA is that, to actually implement the manifestos that they actually says. And with most of it is actually going on with the issue in our country. And one of it that actually attracted me was the cost of living, the COLA allowances. And, this is something that we really need to change. We really need to look into. You see, not doing on other things that, which is not really benefiting the people. So this is something that we really need to do now and really need to change as well. So yeah, so I believe Rafizi is, for me, I believe he is called as Mr. Formula for a reason. And I tend to see his formula actually suits with it. So yeah.
But the thing is, Raja formula.
Yes.
I think that's something that I would like to go in.
Yeah.
Raja formula is always said in a bad way.
I mean,
it always means this guy only has formulas, he only has big ideas, but never the will to execute it properly. I'll give you an example. He had something called Padu. Right? They did a big launch of Padu, got entire Malaysia to key in and register. What happened? Failed project. Then there was the vending machine.
How sure you are it's failed?
I don't know. That's what I read online.
I mean, everybody's information that is running today is because from Padu. Everybody filled up the information, so that everybody knows that you are from which category is from Padu actually.
Oh,
I mean, it's a good system if you ask me.
Okay.
It's a very good system because I think is that it's given a chance to everybody to fill up their real information inside, what they are earning and how many household they have, what information and all that. Because I don't think so that government has been doing a proper documentation on that. And hardly I don't even see a Banchi is going on also.
Okay.
I remember like Banchi was done for many years. I don't see the Banchi guys come, and I don't see that there are the Banchi stickers outside there. So yeah, I think Padu is a very easy system because I think it's easy for everybody to just go inside there and fill it up, and everybody's information, whatever their income and all that is inside there. Yeah, I think it's a good system, but I don't understand why everybody's telling it's a failure.
Okay.
In what way? I mean, in what way is a failure? I don't really understand. I don't really see that.
I mean, it's supposed to be basically managing many more aspects of the Malaysian citizen's life, but it never materialized as such.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, it works.
Okay. All right. So, Rafizi was also the economy minister for some time.
Yeah.
Right? And we're talking economy minister is a senior ministerial position.
Correct.
There was not much, initiatives from him. I mean, there's one, like vending machine. And they were selling nasi lemak and mihun and whatnot in flats. Do you think those are the life-changing programs that Malaysia needs? And this is the kind of guy that you want to bring bring and put up as a prime minister.
Why?
This
I mean,
guy's
why?
main initiative was just vending machines, and today you want to ask him to run
I mean,
Malaysia.
why you want to stop your vending machines? Why not talk about his restaurants?
Okay,
He was giving food in a very cheap price.
okay,
Yeah, why everybody don't want to talk about that?
all right.
Why they want to find everybody's failure?
No, I'm asking. I mean, tell me about the restaurant. I do not know.
I mean, he opened a restaurant.
Okay,
Okay,
but many other people have opened restaurant. I have
yeah,
opened restaurant.
the price that he actually has for the restaurant was very reasonable.
Okay,
Compared with all the other shops, the price was very expensive.
okay,
So you see the same thing that I would like to even come back to it, like someone says Rama, Menu Rama.
okay.
It was another hype.
Mm.
One moment everywhere you can see like Menu Rama, Menu Rama. Even McDonald's had a column for Menu Rama as well.
Yeah,
And then what happened? Boom, finish. There is no more Rama anymore.
yeah.
Everybody tend to forget it, huh?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So why don't anybody talk about it?
That's right.
Why don't we want to talk about that? Ask lah, where's Rama?
Okay.
You all don't want to ask that. Okay, so everybody wants to find a mistake. Oh, Rafizi is a vending machine is a failure. This one is a failure, and all this and all that. So Menu Rama is also a failure, right? Why nobody wants to talk about that?
Okay, all right. So now we have Rafizi.
Yeah.
And we think that he is gonna go 1-to-1 with Anwar. Anwar is currently the one holding the government. He's doing a great job running the government, isn't it? What do you think?
I mean, for me to say that Anwar, of course, he done few great things. I will never deny that.
Okay.
Especially to bring up the the bantuan for people. They have this thing called My Kasih that is for B40. I mean, yeah, he does that. So every month everybody gets 100 ringgit, and that's for grocery. And then on top of that, you have this sumbangan tunai Rama.
Okay.
Oh, you have a Rama here. Oh, I tend to forget.
Okay.
You have a Rama here, okay?
Yeah.
So everybody forget about Menu Rama. So the name is STR, Sumbangan Tunai Rama. So
Okay.
you get about like few hundred ringgits every few
Couple of
months.
months. Okay.
So I mean he does things like that. And then he implemented the Budi 95 system. Where the eligible people to get subsidy, fuel subsidy. So I feel that is something needs to be implemented because I see there's a lot of petrol smuggling is going around. Okay, I've actually witnessed it with my own eyes. There's certain petrol station near to the border, suddenly it's like, petrol finish, diesel finish, and he knows that. So when you implement with this kind of things, petrol subsidy mandate to go for the Malaysian citizen.
Okay.
That's it, mandate to go for Malaysian citizen. So yeah. So for me, I feel that there are a few good things that actually implemented.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially when he come up with something called Mitra as well. So the funds for the Indians. Yeah. So
if Anwar is all good, then why do you want to go for Rafizi? I don't understand that. Why should people vote for Rafizi when things are going great with Anwar?
Okay. See, for me is that I was a former Cardinal member.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I was a former Cardinal member. You see, I have this one particular policy with me. All right. So once I'm a member there, I'm a registered member, and then when I left, with certain unwanted rumors was running on my name, and I don't feel it was very healthy for me to be there after that. And yeah, so that's why once I'm out from there, I'm never going to go back.
Okay.
I'm not going to go back.
All right.
So, yeah.
That's party positions. But I'm talking about, let's say the general election is called today.
Yeah.
Why should people vote for Rafizi when Prime Minister Anwar is doing a great job? As you said yourself.
But I think Rafizi's point is much more into what the issue that is going on today.
Okay.
Which is the cost of living, and you talk about the points and all that. So I think I want to give him a chance.
Okay. But Rafizi is untested. But here you have somebody who's performing. Why will you want to give a job, a very important job, to a guy who's untested when this guy is doing a brilliant job?
But he was untested as well, right? During 1998.
Okay.
But then you give him a chance, right? Why not giving this person a chance? You see, that's how the cycle works.
Okay. You think that the time for Anwar to step down is here? Is that what you're saying?
For me, I will not comment anything about that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I don't want to comment anything on that. For Anwar to step down and all this. For me, I will put to the people. It's
to the people.
Choices of people.
Okay.
That's why I always says all the politicians your vote, your fate
Mm.
is in the hands of the people.
Okay.
So that's why I always encourage the people.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a change of leadership
Mm.
or you want to maintain the same leadership,
Mhm.
it's all in your hand. You have to go out during election and vote.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
about it.
Okay. What is your predictions? Do you think the elections will be called in soon? From all
Looks
this.
like with all the some jelajah there, jelajah here is going on,
Mm-hmm.
with all the posters popping out, and you're seeing all the very familiar faces, which gives you the vibe of the previous election.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel the election can be called up anytime soon.
Okay.
So for me, it's one of my most favorite
Mm.
time
Okay.
in my country is during election.
Oh.
The hype, the
Okay.
posters,
Okay.
the shouting, the
Okay.
screaming, the
Uh,
fighting, and all that. Yeah, so it's a best moment for a person in politics
Okay.
to be in that. It's a very different energy. Of course, you have the people that you support and you
Mm.
have the people that you're against and
Okay.
all that. But that's the time you will see every Malaysian like really engage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. So you're saying the election might be called in soon.
Yeah.
This guy just opened a party, and
Mm.
even his management structure is not even there yet. Do you think he has enough ramp to go into the next election ready and prepared?
Can. Why not?
Ah.
He's already putting a system called Kanchil to actually asking for candidate to be
Mm.
chosen. So he's doing the what do you call that, the selection process.
Mm.
So for me, I find Rafizi is a very brilliant person when it comes to this, and he's been there with Anwar from day one. So you
Yeah.
count how many years he was there.
Mm.
So yeah, give him a chance, lah.
Okay.
Give him a chance. I'm telling you, give Rafizi a chance.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's just assume
Yeah.
that there must be about 3 or 4 prime minister candidates in your head that is most viable for the job. All right. Who are they? And then I want to know who do you think most likely to win?
Okay, I think when it comes to certain choices of me choosing a prime minister, of course, Anwar is there. But end of the day, if you give me a best choice for me, you want me to be the prime minister, and I think Talapati Rafizi is the right choice.
Wow.
Yeah.
You sound like you are very, very confident that Rafizi can really make it.
Yeah, I think can. I can feel the momentum. I can feel the energy. I can feel that vibration over there.
You think there's a wave forming for Rafizi and
Yeah,
Team Kanchil?
you see within 1 week how many members?
Okay.
And I'm getting youngsters who are not interested with politics. We are so bored with politics, and they start coming and talking about politics.
Mm.
Youngsters, youth, Gen Z especially, you know how difficult to get them to convince to talk about politics.
Mm.
Me being in a party previously to get youngsters to come, and to for your information, when PBM Selangor, most of them were youngsters, and youth, and yeah, so that is the hype is there, the momentum is there.
Okay, the hype is there because these people are politically naive. If they are politically experienced, they will have basically look at the facts and figures and see that Rafizi is not as great as what he say it is.
You know why these people are not interested with all this previous leadership before this? Because the same story again and again and again and again. That's it. These guys new. They can relate it to it. Gen Zs are not. They are not something like They are very brilliant people. They are very brilliant people. They know what is right. They know what is wrong. They can detect something which has toxin into it. You see, today's Gen Z way of working is very different. You see, so for me, I feel that if they can detect something like that, that is really good for the nation. So yeah, give a chance. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Any last words for our audience who are watching this episode right now?
Okay, sure. So very last words to all the audience who are actually watching this show. First and foremost, I would like to thank our friend Sudan for calling me into the show. I really respect you for calling me into the show. Last words, guys, to all my fellow Malaysian, it's your right and responsibility to vote. Okay, whoever haven't registered, please go and register yourself. Okay, and please come out to vote for the next election. All right. It's up to you who you want to vote. It's all your choice. But as a citizen, a responsible citizen of Malaysia, please come out to vote and give a chance. That's all. Thank you so much.
I thought you were going to say, please come down to vote for Rafizi.
Man,
But
I mean, it's the choice of until today I don't influence anyone because the citizen knows who is right, who is wrong. I'll tell you today, if I stand for election, if you think I'm good, vote for me. If you think I'm not good, it's your choice. I will not force anyone. It's because it's in their hand.
All right. Can I ask you one final question? Kebir, what is your aspiration, your personal aspiration in the coming election? Do you want to stand as a candidate?
If given me a chance, yeah, I would love to stand as a candidate in the election.
Okay.
If given me a chance. So yeah, of course, when given me a chance, and of course, I will do it with a very full responsibility.
Where do you want to stand?
Okay, that's a very nice question actually. If given me a chance to stand, I would love to stand in Kajang.
Oh.
I would love to stand in Kajang because that's where I come from. Actually, Kajang has been 3 generations. I've been 3 generations in Kajang, and we actually come from Bangsa one family known as Amr Singh and Mota Singh. So they were the tycoons of lorry transportation business.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel that my grand uncles have actually did a lot for Kajang. They have actually donated to schools, and also they've actually contributed to the community. So I feel that it's a responsibility I have to take today and do the same thing what they have done. Yes.
All right, that's great. I'm looking forward to seeing you stand in Kajang soon.
Okay, thanks.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming into the interview.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed speaking to you today and learning about your aspirations in Bersama and what you want to do for our community.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to having you again right before our elections to speak about your manifesto.
Okay, sure, right.
All right, brother. So thank you so much.
Thank
To our audience, thank you so much for watching this episode. Please do comment about what you think Kebir said and discussed with us today. What is your inputs on what is fake? Do you agree? Do you disagree? So with that, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our The Rise channel. We are also streaming in YouTube, in TikTok, in Instagram, and in Spotify. So please go and watch us there as well. So with that, thank you. Good night, Malaysia.